Good evening. My name is Bright Ops,
And I'm Wuvvums.
and we are revisiting Monster Prom. It's been a while since I've played it, and I only very recently introduced Wuvvums to it.
Yeah, I played a tiny bit and lost my first match of it.
It happens. But yes, I believe we can start getting ready for the whole local thing. But yes,
Yep,
but,
I
but yeah, Monster Prom's one of those games where win or lose, you just you just can have a whole lot of fun with it.
yeah, but
Short game or full game?
I guess I'll do a full game.
All right. Ah, spooky high school, the sweetest years of our lives. Back then we were young and unafraid. Sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid, but always willing to live life to the fullest. We were on a wild journey to discover who we really were. Alright. My boy Oz, because I've always got a soft spot for the little nightmare demon. Or yeah, yeah, because I actually looked at the wiki on this. Oz is effectively an avatar of Night of Fear. He's an embodiment of fear.
Oh, there's a backstory on each of these. I mean, yeah, there probably are. They're like preset stats too, or
No, no,
ah. Oh,
that's
right, you have the little questionnaire.
yep. And we'll
I,
go with
I can
they
do
because that
this.
just sort of works with you know night
Uh,
uh, embodiments of fear. Like Oz's embodiment of fear. The red, the one next to him, is a Jinn? A fire Jinn, I think?
yeah, isn't that an alternate way of saying genie or something like that? I thought that was an alternate genie spelling.
Yeah, it's something like that.
I guess I'll use she pronouns this time around so that there's not a lot of mixing up.
Yeah, fair enough. And
Let's go.
of course, blue and green are let's see, a Frankenstein created monster and a zombie respectively. Do you want to do this one or should I continue narrating?
I could continue. And we had yet to experience its ultimate challenge, the Monster Prom. I remember it clearly, 3 weeks were left, and as we fantasized about our dream prom dates, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our 6 most charismatic classmates.
Huzzah!
Miranda Vanderbilt, a sweet mermaid princess who was as cute as she was genocidal.
Gah!
Damien LaVey, a fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. Scott Howell, a werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly huge heart. Liam de Liancourt, a hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid that he was truly a lovable dork.
Yay!
Polly Geist, a party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things.
What?
And Vera Oberlin, a mean self-made gorgon with a merciless sense of business. It was clear, it had to be one of them, but who? We only had 3 weeks to choose our prom date, and even more daunting, we only had 3 weeks to woo them and conquer their heart. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start.
I see you haven't gotten the expansion for.
Not yet.
Hmm. Yeah, I'll after this. I might buy it for you.
Well, I can get it too. I do make my own money.
I like gifting people I like things.
Aw.
Welcome to Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever. All minds are rotten, but they are rotten in so many different ways. Worry no more, we're now using our PhD in bullshit to diagnose which kind of deviant sicko you are. Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever, trademark, will throw a bunch of absurd questions at you and turn your answers into your character's stats. This way, each of you will start by having stats that better reflect your true selves. Let's start. Alright. If you could put a curse on your worst enemy, what would it do? Let's see. We have, I'd curse them to fall in love with a wonderful person and be happily married for years before they realize that all this time, their partner was a wild panther in disguise. Then the panther viciously devours my enemy. Classic. I can't rely on the effectiveness of a curse. I prefer to take care of my enemies the old-fashioned way, by exposing them to unsafe doses of radiation over the course of several years. Or the curse of always meeting obnoxious people at parties who are super into new fad diets that feel the need to explain them in detail. Yeah, not gonna lie, this one's probably a personal worst nightmare for me because I'm an introverted bugger, so...
Okay, a curse, a curse. I think I'll choose this first one.
You build a 100-foot statue commemorating an event so that in 1,000 years, archaeologists can learn something about the people of our time. What does the statue represent? Your least favorite political figure being devoured by rabid rhinoceri, which are covered in badass tattoos. That mind-blowing twist in your favorite TV show that clearly changed the life of everyone forever, unlike all that boring stuff they show on the news. Or that glorious instant when your friends stopped you from texting embarrassing stuff to your ex while hella drunk. Yeah, knowing me, it's this one. Let's be honest, it's the mind.
I've never been hella drunk.
Yeah, I can't really drink.
It tastes really bad, doesn't it?
It's not that. It's not that. It's more I literally have problem with certain foods, and a lot of alcohols usually mixed with things I can't actually deal with.
Yeah. Anyways, I'll do this, and maybe I'll be stacked in one stat.
You're going for the boldness. You're bold as hell. The world will end tomorrow. What will you do today? It's okay, we invented the apocalypse to take care of the overpopulation of commoners. You know, the sad thing is I could actually see that being a thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's been a thing for a while.
Yeah. But, though, they tend not to do the apocalypse.
That is true.
Yeah. I always party as if there were no tomorrow, so who cares? They always tell you that the world is ending, I profit on other people's hysteria. I'll finish my novel. Whoever comes after the end should know my legacy. 100 push-ups? No. 200 push-ups. And nobody ends the world but me. I'll end the world today. Yeah. Let's deal with common people.
I'm kind of torn between this, like, the profit thing, especially since I have, like, the master's in business administration, or nobody ends the world but me. I like this last one a lot. I don't know, it just says a lot.
It speaks to you on a spiritual level.
Yes. Do what I want. At least I would like to do what I want.
So that's your options. Destruction when it comes down to the world's ending tomorrow.
All right.
The two options are, can we profit from it, and can I speed up the destruction?
Those two can go hand in hand.
Fair enough. Let's see. Let us go to the Jime. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team's spirit, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader. You gain +2 charm. You notice Miranda trying to put a smile on Liam's face. This should be good.
Huzzah!
I simply do not understand how you can be so gloomy all the time, when the world is so full of wonder and magic. I guess I'm just not part of the Everything is Beautiful club. The Everything is Beautiful club? Is that a secret club? What? Oh, yeah, totally. I want to join! I want to join! Oh, how can I join? Liam seems totally sexually disinterested in continuing this gag, but you have no such reservations. You tell her, "You're in luck. I happen to have the membership paperwork right here, magic is real." Or, it's super easy to join. All you have to do is eat a bunch of cotton candy and crap out a unicorn, simpleton.
Does one of these answers appeal to one of them, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
It just sounds like the second one just appeals to the hipster guy there.
Yeah. You know what? Paperwork! And I'm charming so it works. I thought that was smart, because, paperwork, but You hand Miranda some membership forms you whipped up in Photoshop. They're totally fake, but she's loving it. Miranda fills out all the forms, then skips off to mail them to 1234 Fairy Dust Lane. Aren't you worried about what will happen when she finds out you made this whole thing up? You are, kind of, but then you run into Miranda later that week, But when you run into her later that week, she's super excited. It worked! Everything is beautiful. The Everything is Beautiful Club accepted my application. They said I'm the first applicant they've had in centuries. Recruiting is hard when you're a super secret club. They even gave me fun glittery stickers to put over ugly things to make them beautiful. But I haven't used any of them. You know why?
How majestic.
Because everything is beautiful. Miranda lets you borrow some of her stickers. You're pretty sure you can find some ugly people to stick them to. You gain +2 fun and +1 charm.
Let's go.
So I can't go to the gym.
No.
I'm just gonna party outside.
Yeah, you definitely need some fun.
That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point there are like 300 people. Someone summons demons from a nightmare dimension. The consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself. But who cares? It's a rad party. You gain +2 fun. Later, you see Damien and Miranda chatting, and being a nosy little bitch, you decide to insert yourself into the conversation. Oh, I could have the chance to go after your girl.
Oh, you
I
could.
look forward to this. Yeah,
You could. I'll kill you with the dueling fork, but you could.
I'll do that just because I can. I look forward to this adventure, so is there anything more wonderful than gaining insight into the lives of commoners? You better not pull that shit the whole time. My dads are lords of hell, you know. Technically, I'm royalty too. Are you, though? Damien rolls his eyes and turns to you. Damien actually appeals to me on some level. Mrs. Panthera paired us up our hands-on homework assignment, going on an adventure. Apparently I have some anger issues and a thirst for violence that I should be channeling into something productive. Like, a thirst for violence isn't productive in and of itself. And I'm supposed to work on being more independent. Which is so strange, since I told my ladies and gentlemen waiting to fix that for me last week.
Huzzah!
I wonder what sort of adventure might give us the wonderful experience we need to fix our perceived, but obviously non-existent flaws. I don't know. I love her so much. I love him too. I would love just bi-poly fantasies right here. Oh, I appealed to him. This works. Hey, good call actually. Miranda's already familiar with the ocean, so she can be a little more independent. I have absolutely no problems being independent. I know because I paid my servants to tell me that. You're the one who has the issues being worked out, Damien, and an undersea adventure will be perfect. You can't fight fire with fire underwater. There's no fire there.
Metal.
Fair enough, and I can channel my violence into something productive by killing the Kraken. Normally I don't condone killing for killing's sake, but this isn't for the sake of killing, it's for the sake of me getting me pearls. The two of them dash off, cackling gleefully. They get full marks on their assignment and brag about this to anyone who will listen. Miranda has made the pearl the focal point of a choker, and Damien looks dashing in his cracking tentacle hat. You gain a new appreciation for cephalod-themed headgear, and you gain +2 smarts and 1 fun.
Actually, I think you appealed to Miranda with that one.
Yeah, I'm just very, very bold, though.
Indeed. Let's see, decide player order. Everybody chooses a movie. Say your choice out loud for the rest of the players before clicking.
Wally! Wait,
Wally? You picked Wally? Or...
yeah. I think you're supposed to guess. I don't know if this presumes you have voice chat.
Yeah, I think it does.
I said it before you.
That's fine. I'm going with a movie that surprisingly means a lot to me. The Muppets Christmas Carol.
Oh.
Player order is decided based on how weird the fandom of the selected movie would be. Start debating now.
It just chose me as first. It
Nah,
doesn't let me choose.
Nah, that's me. I can pick. Or we just hit random. I think we're meant to actually debate just how.
Okay. Oh, who has a weirder fandom?
Well, that's kind of hard because I don't really know a whole lot about. You don't really hear a lot about the fandom of both the Muppets and Wally.
No, you just hear a fandom for Pixar in general, but Muppets still make some things, you know.
Well, I know. I'm aware they do, but yeah,
Muppets also has more weird memes.
This is true, but nothing particularly ridiculous. Isn't there like the fan theory on Wally that Wally himself, the little robot, is in fact a serial killer who murdered the other robots?
I've never heard this.
Yeah. You know what? How about we just hit random because both of our things are seem a bit too innocent for us to really get into the debate too.
Next time I'll just mention the Steven Universe movie.
Oh yeah, has that come out yet?
Yeah, it came out last night.
Huh.
It became like totally relatable. There was just one character who was like
All right.
quintessential Asperger's syndrome childhood.
Alright.
Wait, you can like sit with me? Or is that just me there?
No, only one person to a table. Polly and Miranda sit together, surrounded by Miranda's customary crowd of serfs.
Whoa!
So wait, you've actually got serfs who eat for you?
Disgraceful.
Well, of course. I find eating to be terribly undignified, so I almost never do it. Hey, me neither. What other kinds of crazy surfs have... I can't do a Valley... I'm trying to do a Valley Girl voice. I can't... I'm struggling.
It's okay.
What other kinds of crazy surfs have you got? Well, I've got a surf to go to the bathroom for me, a surf to experience difficult emotions for me, and a surf for keeping my silverware in alphabetical order. I even have a surfing surf for standing on top of whenever I go surfing. Wow, that's a lot of surf. Oh, God. Why am I doing this to myself? Can you do a Valley Girl accent?
I can't do accents in general. I can hit high pitches. Wow, that's a lot of surfs.
It's a fair amount. The only limit is my imagination. Unfortunately, my imagination surf imagined a way to escape from serfdom, so now I'm all out of ideas.
Well, I'm sure the help of Bright Ops, we could probably think up a dope new kind of surf.
Oh, is that so? I can't wait. Well, you're on the spot now. What will it be? Oh, Miranda, you should get a puppy surf. It's not actually a surf, it's just like 50 cute dogs. Or you should get a party surf, Polly. A surf to experience your hangovers for you. Puppy surf, obviously. A surf? That's actually just a room full of cute puppies. Why didn't my imagination surf come up with such a marvelous idea? I swear if he hadn't escaped, I'd have him hanged by my execution surf immediately. As a matter of fact, would you like to be my new imagination surf? The pay is non-existent, but you make up for it in constant fear of death. You politely decline Miranda's offer, but agree to go to the animal shelter to pick out a puppy surf instead. Huzzah!
Let's go.
I should just think of the most chaotic things. There's just a tiger over there. I think my offshoot was going for the Gorgon because of just the energy from that woman. You approach Liam and Vera at their table, but before you can sit down, Vera holds up a
Pathetic.
hand. Stop. This is the cool people table, where only cool people are allowed.
So mainstream.
I would agree with what Vera just said, but agreeing is something only uncool people do. Wouldn't you agree, Vera? Nice try, Liam, but I think we're getting away from the point. This interloper still wants to sit with us. Well, if she wants to sit with us, she is going to have to prove she is as cool as we are. But without, trying to prove it, trying is so uncool. So, what's it going to be? I do kind of want to rip on somebody today, so...
I mean, I will just say that it's just when you're actually at the table, your stats don't really come into it, it's more a case of who do you want to appeal to more.
I just want to do the one that seems more bitchy here. And this first one does.
Go ahead. And you earn some points with Liam.
Wait, was that sarcasm? No, of course not. Wuvvums was clearly being totally sincere. There was again, are you two doing this on purpose? Now, why on earth would we do that? God, I can't tell whether you're being sincere or ironic. It's so cool. Everyone knows clear and efficient communication is the least cool thing of all. You've wooed me with your open disdain for language. I can't tell if you're being serious or not. Exactly. Bear and Liam invite you to sit with them and chat. By the end of lunch, none of you has any idea what anyone else meant. So cool.
Oh, God. Alright, another challenge. Everyone chooses something cool. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the players before clicking.
Oh, something cool.
Shit, this is hard. I'm not cool. Fuck.
Four-wheelers are cool.
Pokemon is cool. I will fight you to the death in this. Player orders decide based on how awesome it would be if Japan built vending machines that sold the selected thing.
Oh man, that would have to be such a big vending machine.
It would be. You know, the really sad thing is I could see Japan actually making vending machines for both of them. Just both Pokemon, but either stuffed or actually genetically engineered Pokemon, or four-wheel drives.
Four-wheelers are actually like, have you seen ATVs? They're like the little vehicles on four wheels. You can like go up cliffs and mountains with them.
Oh, you mean like quad bikes?
Is that what they call them? Like, so I would like drive those since I was like 8, and then I had to sell mine for college. But I lived out in the wilderness, and you could like totally go up cliffs that were like nearly vertical. I even watched my dad like roll down a cliff with one. It was pretty cool.
So, true, but then again, this is Japan. Not only I could see them doing it just for the sake of having a vending machine that does it. Don't get, but I could see them.
Maybe.
But let's be honest, I could see them genetically engineering Pokemon just so that they could sell them via vending machines.
Yeah, I feel like four-wheelers are more the countryside thing too. They're like very noisy. I don't think you'd see them in cities that much.
Alrighty.
All right.
Okie dokie. And just...
Man, you have no boldness. You're just like a ween.
I'm a dweeb. A dweeb. Alright. Let's go creativity. That day while rehearsing for the class play, it says though the muses themselves have descended to give you a figurative blowjob. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain 2 creativity. You catch Miranda posing in front of a mirror, gazing dreamily at her reflection. Oh, how I would love to win the talent show. Of course Daddy pays a dozen peasants to tell me how talented I am every morning, but that's not the same. After all, they're peasants. No, to hold that heavy, spiky trophy in my hands. Or rather, to have my servants hold it. Oh, that would make me the happiest princess in all the land. But I'm so nervous. What if they don't like my song? What if my skin is too scaly? What if I accidentally say a swear? Okay, Miranda, be calm. Remember what Daddy says. If you don't calm down, failure is 100% assured. That's not helping. Now I'm even less calm. Looks like Miranda's caught in a vicious cycle. Quick, help her out before she worries herself to death. Okay, don't worry about those chumps in the audience. If they don't love you, then they're untalented at recognizing talent. Or I have a great trick for beating stage fright. Just picture everyone naked. You know what? Let's go with if they're bad recognizing talent.
The non-horny answer.
Yeah, I feel like the non-horny answer is surprisingly bold, and I'm a wimpy little bitch in that regard. Oh my, what a marvelously kind thing to say. You are right, of course. How silly of me to doubt it. It is as my daddy says. Us aristocrats are simply better than other people. You are quite perceptive for a commoner. And you know, if I don't do well on the talent show, I suppose that's alright. That he can always have the judges executed for their impotence. You're glad you're not judging the talent show this year. You gain +2 smarts and +1 charm.
Let's go.
And just remember that if the image of the cat's next to a place, that's the shop.
Yeah. Should I just party outside this entire game? I know who I am. I'm a party person. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. Everything is fine until Juan, the small, magical Latino cat, asks you what you think you're doing. Damn, you didn't remember you suck at dancing. But you decide to go all in and pretend it's a new dance move, apparently called the Groovy Masuka. Juan looks at you, and he asks you to teach him the Groovy Masuka. In no time, half the party is following your steps, enjoying the Groovy Masuka all together. It's a party to remember, you gain +2 fun, and a cool story to tell your grandkids someday. Wow, I'm gonna have grandkids. After that, you engaged in a deadly match of truth or dare, or death with Polly. And that would be a super interesting event to cover. But then the two of you spot Miranda and Liam deep in an intense conversation, and that's bound to be much more interesting.
Hiya.
Hey, babes, you were making quite a noise, and I love anything that makes quite a noise. What's up? Hey, you two, Miranda and I were having a creative disagreement. You see, we wanted to start our own school club. You know, an intellectually rewarding extracurricular that enriches our minds will probably not be mentioned ever again in the future because continuity at the school seems to be a bit random. Noise! Let's do it! Y'all know my favorite thing in the world. Drugs. Ooh, sexual activities. Noise. No, dummies, that too, but I meant chess, and Russian literature. Stop treating me as if I were two-dimensional. Let's start a literature club. I'm not sure. Do you remember what happened last year when we joined the literature club? We wrote dope poems and made new friends? No, the other thing.
Huh?
Ah, fuck, yes, that's right. So weird, I almost forgot. I mean, that's how I died, you know? Anyways, thing is, Miranda and I were already between two ideas. I propose we start the club.
So authentic.
A delightful meta club where we enjoy ourselves by designing and crafting new school clubs.
Da, 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 da,
Boring! Oh, she was singing. I proposed the Little Pony Sweet Dreams Club, a club where we would spend our nights learning how to tell the right bedtime stories to ponies. Whoa, you two really know how to sound two-dimensional. But in any case, can't you both just do your own clubs? No, our lives are fueled by conflict and confrontation that can only be solved by choosing between two options. That's why we need you to choose which club is the best one, because Wuvvums always seems to choose based on who she wants to ask to prom.
da.
So which one should we go for? Just remember, one of the ideas includes ponies. Tough choice. Mostly because I'm like super drunk right now. A tough choice indeed. It's your opportunity to convince Polly of one of the options because no one's preventing you from making choices based on who you want to ask to prom. Da 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 da. I have no care for ponies. The club.
So you make your argument with confetti.
And so you throw lots of colorful, happy confetti that you carry with you when you want to cheer people up. Alongside your black and white sad confetti for more solemn situations. Confetti, I love confetti. I also value confetti as a very valid argument, so club it is. I must admit, confetti is pretty nice. Maybe Liam was right the whole time, and I wasn't able to see it because of the lack of confetti in his arguments. Really? That was what you needed to be convinced. I'm this close to arguing with you about you changing your mind. But you know what? What if we start designing and crafting our club now? It'll be the first of many clubs we will create. Huzzah! Your silliness and cheerfulness is stupid but nice. Huh. You know what? As the club president, I think the second club we can craft and design might be Little Pony Sweet Dreams Club. Aw, Liam, there's a little fluffy purple heart deep down under the hater facade, isn't there? Shut up. Everyone is happy now. Also, you might be into conquering that fluffy little purple heart eventually. For now, you gain +2 creativity and +1 fun. I'm almost a fun person.
Indeed. I mean, you carry around confetti. How could you not be a fun person? Alright, something happens to Bright Ops.
All right.
You were grooming yourself in your bathroom when suddenly Liam reveals himself in your shower. How long has he been in there? Don't vampires need to be invited into houses or something? So many questions. Bright Ops. I noticed you in class the other day admiring my collection of slightly used vintage bottle cap sex toys. Is that what those were? Like, admiring was a strong word before, but now... I'm sure you noticed that I have many strange and amazing hobbies such that the average civilian could never hope to take on for sheer lack of creative talent. Trading fine insect legs, bottling peak toxic waste to turn into fine wines. Generally being part of DIM culture. Do it myself, obviously. Truly, one of the greatest joys of embarking on a great romance is getting to share your obscure hobbies with one another. And I have been given some thought to embarking on one such great romance with Wuvvums. But tell me, what are her hobbies? Will she have some great knowledge to share with me? Let's see. Do you not know? Wuvvums is the founder and head editor of Exotic Aquatics, the guide to breeding rare fish for agility competitions. Or sure, if you like bingo.
I do like bingo. Bingo!
Bingo? As if I don't know how to play I don't know how to play bingo. As if every person on the planet doesn't know how to play bingo.
You can play with dogs.
What a disappointment Wuvvums must be. Clearly I have nothing to learn from her. Thank you for giving me the heads up. I will seek companionship for myself and my fascinating hobbies elsewhere. Haha, suck it, Wuvvums. You bingo-loving nerd. You gain +1 fun.
Wait, did you get the fun or did I get the fun?
I think I got the fun, and I also lowered his attraction to you by 1.
That's good.
Yeah. Everybody chooses an animal. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the players before clicking.
Isopod.
Yeah, that is a good one. I'm gonna go with a boar. Player order is decided based on how likely it would be for the selected animal to take over humankind. Start debating now.
I just chose which one was cute.
Yeah, Isopod, that... Just remind me, that's the... Is that the family for, like, squids and octopi, or...?
No, let me link you an isopod. They kind of make me think of a horseshoe crab, so there's some sort of mollusk, or not mollusk thing. They are really cute things. They are really weird.
Alright, just wait for you to...
Oh, they're a crustacean. Okay.
Like, I'm pretty sure once I see it, I'll just be able to click it, but... one of them.
My sister-in-law picked up one at the beach.
So who's gonna take over, who would be the most likely to take over humankind? Isopods or pigs? Specifically boars. Wild pigs.
I think boars would actually die out with humankind.
I'm not so sure. Boars have... Like, the domesticated pig would probably die out, no question, but wild pigs would probably thrive without us.
Oh no, I was just thinking on, like, the logic that, like, if we're dying, probably a lot of mammals are dying in a huge part of the ecosystem. It's getting a little like, nah, I wouldn't call it deep, but I just assume. Then again, the ocean things might die too, so I don't know.
How smart ex- how smart?
Pigs are very, very smart.
Yeah, I know pigs. I know pigs are. Insectlopods. How smart are they?
I don't know. I've been hearing like bees are smart. You can teach them shit, and it's like, but I don't know.
Well, personally, I'm inclined to, of the two of them to take over humanity, I'm inclined to go with pigs, if only because there's a lot of them. They're pretty smart, and all things considered, I would not be surprised if it actually happened.
Yep. Do you want to like take a moment to decide if we assign voices to certain characters, or do you? I've been narrating my whole scene just
All
because
right.
I'm all blabby.
I'm
But
I'm happy to take over for Liam.
Liam,
Yeah. There's just something about hearing emotion in your voice when you're talking about him that just feels wrong. Very, very wrong.
I've been assigned to the Valley Girl. Um, I could take, I could take all the girls if you want, but that's just me.
You take
There
all
are
the girls,
three.
I'll take all the guys. Wait. That day you spend some time on the library's PCs, playing some good old online poker. Gambling seems like a stupid and dangerous decision. But who cares? This time it paid off, so fuck it. You gain +2 money. Afterwards, Miranda summons you. It feels weird to be summoned, but you comply. You can't resist her merman goons.
Greetings, fellow classmate.
Thank you for coming, my dear. Oh, I'm hearing feedback. You gotta fix your audio. There we go. Thank you for coming, my dear. I have finally decided to trust you with the most important aspiration. I am destined to be the queen of the prom. The royal ascension is nigh. We must prepare. Most of my competition is naive. They foolishly assume that prom queen is a purely ceremonial title. Except Ursula Jr., she's proving to be quite a worthy rival. I respect that. Which is why we must destroy your reputation immediately. Any thoughts?
Let's see, let's convince everyone that she likes humans or a fart joke. Well, I am known for my charisma. Oh, that was smart. Alright. It doesn't take much to make someone look bad in this day and age. You, however, are monsters, and went for a total overkill. You hire a Chinese hacker to plant 10 years of pro bono work rescuing human babies from lawnmowers in Ursula's name. At recess, Dr. Babylove of the Babylove Institute appears out of nowhere and presents her with a Humanity Award.
Yes, this will seriously harm her standing with the evil lawnmower creature contingent.
That's an important voting block. They're the ones who keep the schoolyards so tidy. You gain +2 boldness and +1 smarts.
Let's go.
Good God, just some of the things this game can come up with.
I think humans can be okay. I know a few. That day you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn. By skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms. You give +0 shits, but you gain +2 boldness. When you're finished peeing, you realize there's a hullabaloo going on in the bathroom. Why is there always a hullabaloo in the bathroom? It seems that Liam's reverie has been interrupted by the
Always
appearance
the same
of...
with you.
Who's this lady?
This is the Coven.
Oh, why don't I join them? There you are, Liam. We've been searching the whole school for you. Why is everyone hanging out in the bathrooms?
Look, guys, I know there are other monsters here. You know I don't, you know, associate with you anymore. When I was young and naive, I went through an unironically helpful phase where I hung out with the Coven. Please don't tell anyone, Wuvvums. It would ruin all my cred.
This is bigger than cred, Liam. If you don't work with us again, the world will surely end. It'll be a catastrophe.
Right, but there's a new club opening in Sotran, south of Transylvania. I can't tell you any more than that because it's sort of exclusive, and I don't think your style is up to the dress code.
Awfully bold with what he's wearing.
Why don't you try branching out a little in terms of color palette?
We didn't come to you for fashion advice. We came to you because it's a well-known fact that witches need a supernatural being for help, especially mid-season. The big bad this season is particularly difficult.
What season do you keep talking about?
Oh, spring, fall, winter, whichever. Pick one.
The only thing I'll be picking is which socks go with this bow tie for this bloody rager tonight. I'm not part of your scene anymore. Move on.
But the Coven aren't moving at all. What a great opportunity to help Liam out. I will fight all these ladies and assert my dominance. Wait, I can join them. I can join girls.
I can feel the pain. Just, I want to
It's like-
join them, but at the same time, I want to kick the crap out of each and every one of them to be dominant.
Fight girls or be girls. No, fight them. Seriously, your little event is nothing. In fact, we might destroy the venue. No one threatens your manpire. You spring into action, punching the nearest Coven member in the face. Wait, what the hell? We're trying to save the world. By disrupting Liam's plans, not on your watch. Your fists and feet of fury whirl into action and the Coven feels your wrath. Oh my god, we really need to stop asking our classmates for help. These people are the worst. And with that, the Coven disappears finally. Like the world might still end, but at least they're gone.
Thanks for doing that. Hey, I do have a +1 for tonight. If you can stay ironically aloof and sincerely above it all.
I tried to push this man away. God. You totally can. Time to be the aloofest clown in town. You gain +2 fun and +1 boldness.
Alright. Challenge! Everyone chooses something bad. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the players before clicking.
Okay, Skype.
Ooh, that is a good one. Summer. Summer's the bloody worst. Player order is based on how badass a criminal called Mike the selected thing Johnson would be. Mike
So
the
Mike
Skype Johnson,
Skype Johnson?
or Mike the Summer Johnson.
Summer's not too bad in the States. Well, they're getting a bit hotter.
I'm just giving this to you because Mike the Skype Johnson actually sounds kind of awesome.
Ah, good.
You get to pick
Let's go.
first.
See, I would want to, like, woo the Gorgon. But knowing me, I would just keep wooing Liam there.
Is that such a bad thing?
Oh, No, it's just. I guess I think of who appeals to me the most. And, well, I do like his man bun. There's just something that doesn't do with it as much as, like, all of the ladies and the demon. So like, basically, my top four would be, like, the demon guy and all the ladies. You arrive at Scott and Miranda's table to find Scott happily chowing down while Miranda stares horrified at her tray.
What's wrong, Miranda?
Yuck!
Isn't it obvious? Right here on my tray. Fish sticks.
Yeah, Fish Stick Fridays. Isn't it great?
It is not great, Scott. The fish are my subjects. This is clearly the work of the air people.
Air people?
That face. Oh my god. He's so... appeals to me on a dumb level. Yes, do you not know of the air people, the merfolk's most hated rivals? Don't you read the news?
Yes, sure, because I totally know how to read.
What? Well, I must insist that you cease eating those fish sticks immediately. It is high treason.
Oh.
But I've been looking forward to Fish Stick Friday since last Fish Stick Friday. Are you sure I can't eat any?
He's asking Miranda while holding a fish stick really close to his mouth. But you feel like you've got a better answer to sell this argument. You blurt out. Ball dropping all in nerdoflavin. Haven't you heard, Scott? Fish sticks make you worse at sports. They contain ball droppinol and nerdoflavin. Fish sticks contain absolutely no fish. It's all garden snails and food-grade plastic. Scott can eat as many as he wants. Man, ball droppinol is great.
So where do you stand in the fish stick debate?
I like the bullshit answer there. They're both bullshit, but I kind of like the one that feels more like a lie. They both feel like lies.
See, Miranda? There's nothing wrong with fish sticks at all. They're good and good for you.
I suppose you're right. Perhaps this is not the air people plot I suspected after all. Though I am disappointed that so much plastic is being used in fish sticks rather than plastic drink rings to catch birds with.
Don't forget about the snails. There's snails in it too.
I would much rather forget about the snails, thank you. This guy is basically Tian.
Does this mean you still don't want your fish sticks? Can I have them? Can I?
Very well, you may partake. I'm not sure where my eating serfs have gone off to in any case. As you watch Scott chow down his artificial fish fingers, you decide that both he and Miranda have weird relationships with food. Scott gives you a thumbs up while still munching those fish fingers.
All right.
Well, I can't talk to my girl anymore because... yeah. And since I don't really want to sway any of these guys just yet, let's go have a talk to the Slayer. You're taking a break from socializing to eat your lunch when someone punches you in the knee. It's the Slayer, and she's hiding under your table.
Prepare to die!
Eat knee, pain freak. Now I'm going to punch your other... ow.
You just threw your apple at her. Finally, a use for that red delicious. You defeated the Slayer. She flees, leaving 2 choice pieces of loot behind. The loot flashes repeatedly, getting ready to disappear. Almost as if you're in some kind of video game? No time to contemplate the nature of existence. Pick some loot before it's all gone. Let's see. Garlic, rice, and holy water. One monster's weakness is another monster's dinner. Or a gun that shoots steaks that with eat shit burned into the side of them. Yeah, I'm feeling kind of hungry, actually. Hey, waste not, want not, right? You hijack one of the burners in the kitchen and cook up a bunch of garlic rice with holy avoli. I think I pronounced that right.
I don't know what that is.
The other students are super excited to eat something besides
Mephistophophelinda.
Linda's bland
Right.
cafeteria cuisine. The head chef herself tries to stop you, but you convince her to try some of your rice instead. The holy water kills her instantly. Until the school can fill her position, you get to be the chef. You put drugs in everybody's food and don't really remember the next few days. A good cook can turn even the simplest ingredients into a days-long bender, and you're the best. You gain +4 fun.
I feel like that name was a portmanteau of Mephistopheles and Melinda, so Mephistophelinda.
Possibly. Everybody chooses a brand. Say our choice out loud to the rest of the players before clicking.
We could go with like a local brand, so we could both be like, "What the hell is that?" I'll do Publix.
The problem is I don't really know a brand that's just locally Australian.
Well, it's just anything. So Publix is a supermarket chain to the southern U.S.
Coles.
There's a Kohl's in the U.S.
Yeah.
You're bad at this.
Yeah. I wasn't sure what was... It's not...
It's okay.
Well, how about
Supermarket.
Woolworths? Woolworths.
Yeah. Yeah, I've not heard of Woolworths.
Alright. Player orders a side based on how cool it would be to live in a nation ruled by the selected brand. Well, to be fair, Woolworths kind of does have a great deal of influence in Australia since they own Coles and a lot of other supermarket chains while maintaining their own.
Publix has, like, not been cool lately, and it's just one of the only two choices between Walmart. I guess I'll go with yours.
Yeah. I mean, let's be fair, Woolworths does actually sell food. It is a supermarket after all.
All right.
Publix does too. Man, I could use some food.
Alrighty. Let's get me some money. That day, you spend some time on the library's PCs, sending malicious spam emails in the hopes of stealing other people's money. It doesn't sound very nice, but who's really the one to blame if they respond to such a blatant scam? You lose 10 karma, which isn't a stat in this game, so who cares, and you gain +2 money. Somebody puts a sack over your head and throws you in a car. You drive for hours before they let you out and take the sack off. It's clearly the first floor restroom. Miranda is sitting on a makeshift throne while her goons jump in and out of the toilet.
Greetings and salutations!
I'm glad you came. My prom queen campaign is moving on to the next stage. Your expertise is crucial for this part. Most of my inner circle are fish, hardly helpful unless genetically engineered beyond recognition. Speaking of which, I need you to help me sneak a 3-meter-tall, heavily armed cod assassin named Tresca into the school. No reason, but if you're friends with that singing harlot Ariel, you better say your goodbyes.
Let's see, we have our two choices. I think this one's obvious. Do nothing. Every student at our school is some kind of bizarre monster. Or we have the option of, we need a diversion, release the Kraken, but yeah, we're all monsters, damn it.
That is so true. As a matter of fact, I think we already have an enormous, heavily armed codfish at our school. Tresca can simply kill him and take his place. It's as Father always says, you can't make an omelet without severe collateral damage. This is the sort of plan Tresca should have been able to come up with on his own. He's the assassin after all. I almost did a lower class job. Phew, you saved my dignity. Doing a cod's job is like 100 ranks beneath me. right next to being from Iceland.
You've just averted the real crisis here. You gain +3 boldness.
Let's go.
Damn, I've just gone from being a wimpy little nerd to actually being not particularly majorly bold or anything, nowhere near on your level, but at least respectable. Like, doing something bold isn't a guaranteed failure at this point.
I'll try the auditorium. Oh, I look cute. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, you do a terrific job at acting. You act so hard that some of your classmates in the audience throw roses at you. 7 roses to be exact. Damn, roses aren't a valid currency or stat in this game. Anyways, you check your converter app to see if this could translate into something a bit more useful. It seems 7 roses equals 2 creativity points. Sweet, you gain +2 creativity. The artists are finally leaving after the encore, and you're exiting the auditorium with everyone else. On your way out, you notice Liam in the last row, scribbling viciously in his notebook. I seem to be getting the stat for Liam, too.
So mainstream.
This is so mainstream, so condescending. The actors were played by actors. There was no meta. Where is the angst of social media? Have you seen how that pale excuse for a thespian attempted to interact with viewers?
Wasn't that me? God, he's shitting on me.
And the language! Excuse me, but thou and thee are officially over once I turn in my notes. Obviously, you didn't enjoy this murder of theatre itself. How would you fix this crime against art?
The audience is the villain. Destroy them from the stage, hack their social media, import the fires of hell. As they choke on brimstone and spam, they'll realize that they were the monster all along. People like shit. Real costumes, cardboard boxes, professional actors, giggling cheerleaders. Give Scott the leading role, substitute the orchestra with dubstep, and make it a musical. Which one is more stupid?
I can't make that decision for you.
People like shit. Oh, the idea that there's more authenticity because it's shitty.
I couldn't agree
Yeah.
more. We can't let this indulgence slide. The play would be the worst disaster ever. It would drive the mainstream audience out of the theaters, so only true admirers remain. It will be an artistic reconquista.
That wasn't the plan, but who cares? Theater is dead anyways. You get +2 smarts and +1 boldness.
That weekend... Wuvvums! Something's happened to Wuvvums.
Let's go.
You're doing some healthy nighttime jogging when suddenly a chariot pulled by aquatic horses, not seahorses, emerges from a nearby fountain. How does that even work? Anyways, the door from the chariot's open, and unsurprisingly it turns out to be Miranda. Ah, Wuvvums! You seem like a trustworthy person. Well, you certainly like to think so. I need to let you in on a secret. And don't tell anyone this, I am a princess. I've been keeping it undercover because I think I'm falling in love with a mere commoner, Bright Ops. I've thrown some hints here and there, like always wearing my crown or casually and subtly mentioning that I'm a princess every 3 or 4 minutes. But soon it shall be time for the plot point in every good romance where my true identity is discovered, and they must accept me as the princess that I am. Now, this always turns out just fine in the movies and the fairy tales, but alas, here in the real world, dictated by logic and reason. She can't mean this one, right? There are some very confused people who think that my kingdom's benign and helpful invasion of other kingdoms are unfair, and therefore are against the monarchy. Naturally, I am as anxious as to how someone like that might react when they finally learn my incredibly well-hidden secret that I am a princess. What of Bright Ops? How do they feel about the monarchy? Down with the bourgeoisie!
To
Oh
be
my
fair,
goodness.
to be fair, when I said bingo, I was being honest. You said you liked bingo. I
You're
didn't.
against the bushi, I decided.
Fine.
Down with the bourgeoisie! No, that's dreadful. Up with the bourgeoisie! Up on the pedestal! Up on the rooftops! Clip, clop, clip! That's a dreadful tattoo to have! In my kingdom, we would have that terrible tattoo removed immediately. By immediately having all the skin removed. So much faster than laser removal, and people say my regime is cruel and unfair? I shall see forthwith about having Bright Ops' skin removed. And at the very least, I shall have them removed from my list of potential prom dates. LOL, it's not a prank until one of your friends gets flayed, so success. You gain +1 fun.
This is revenge for the bingo thing, isn't it?
No, this is me thinking what would Hante do.
Ah. Player order is decided based on how early you would die during a zombie apocalypse. Start debating now. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I would be pretty much screwed. Because, let's face it, I have various food problems.
Same.
Yeah. I am not physically capable of defending myself. Or at least...
Same.
I am single and live with my parents.
I've had to have 2 surgeries and chronic pain, but I have been brought up in the rugged wilderness of the Northeast and the winter. Oh man, I could just bunk down in the ice. Okay.
Oh wait. Shit. I think I'm
I'm a zombie there. Wouldn't I survive well in the
Let's
zombie
go.
Yeah,
apocalypse?
I mistook the question. It was who would die the quickest was meant to go first, but oh well.
Aw, the happy tree. I still want to party. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You spot Juan, the small magical Latino cat, who seems a bit sad. He explains that he's worried people are used to calling him Juan, the small magical Latino cat, that now everyone defines him only by his size, magicality, ethnicity, and species. He's more than that. You correct him. You don't see him in such simplistic terms and convenient definitions. It's just that there are 23 other different Juans in the school, so adding all of that to his name is quite necessary. You tell him you'll never forget about him and the crazy adventures you both lived together in Monster Prom's prequel, The Monster Middle School. You have a great time remembering those crazy stories. You gain +2 fun. I'm a really fun person.
You are.
As the party rages hard, you see one person looking less than
Lame.
enthused.
This rave, it depresses me. Beer pong, red silo cups. It's as though they're content to let the cliché devour them alive. Do you not shudder to see our student body turned into nothing more than zombies?
Hey!
Except for the literal zombies, of course. They were already zombies, but I digress. What can we do to shake things up? To bring life to this dead, and not in a good way, party.
Replace all the music with a swarm of bees. Invite undead painter Jackson Pollock to spatter everyone in Dayglow soup. I'm just gonna go with a swarm of bees. I like bees. I've made so much money off of bees.
Of course! The same boring mainstream songs droning on and on. Something must be done to disrupt it.
He's so ironic he loves me for being a dumb little shit.
And what's more inherently disruptive than bees?
Nothing! You get to work at once. It doesn't matter how you get it done. The point is that you get it the fuck done. The music is now bees. Instead of mindlessly repeating the same choreographed dances, the students dance with the youthful vigor of a group of people being stung by bees.
Now this is unique. We are witnessing the birth of a new cultural phenomenon. Soon the whole school will be, dare I say, buzzing about it.
Liam is so thrilled. He actually just made a pun. Unbelievable. You gained +2 creativity and +1 boldness.
All right.
Alrighty. To the gym. I need to replace some charm. Or need to increase my charm. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Many people fall during the battle. You can't take any more, so you valiantly go straight to the other team's leader and start negotiations for a truce. After hours of intense diplomacy, you commit to an agreement. What an unexpected twist. You gain 10 righteousness, but this game is so wrong in so many ways that you'd be lucky if you could do anything with that, and +2 charm. You catch Miranda monologuing about her problems to no one. She often does this. It's like she's accustomed to having a royal scribe following her everywhere she goes.
Oh, whatever shall I do about my army? We haven't had a proper war in months, and the soldiers are becoming ever so anxious. I've tried sending the servants to give them tummy rubs, and even putting extra leaves and sticks in their cages, but they just kill the servants with the sticks. I never thought managing an entire branch of the military would be so challenging. How can I possibly keep my soldiers entertained?
Let's see, we can divide them in half and make them fight a practice war, quote unquote, or 1,000 pinatas. Pinatas?
You know of my kingdom's living pinatas, then? No? Then divine providence must have guided your suggestion. Each year, hundreds of peasants are required by law to volunteer to be stuffed with candy and suspended from ropes throughout the palace. Visiting dignitaries are invited to take a few ceremonial whacks, but we always have more pinatas than we can use. I'm sure Daddy would be happy to lend me 1,000 pinatas to keep my army happy. A splendid idea indeed.
There's no reason you should feel guilty about this at all. You gain +2 boldness and +1 smarts. Everybody chooses an occupation. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the players before clicking.
Occupation. Can we just make one up? I want to be a person who, like, kisses everybody, so I'll be that.
So, one of those people who works at a kissing booth?
Yes.
Alright. And I shall be a... Is YouTuber an occupation?
Yes.
YouTuber, then.
You're self-employed.
Mario and Luigi were plumbers. Player order is decided based on how funny an off-brand version of these two heroes called Hans and Rudolph would be, who aside from saving a kingdom are also selected occupation. I'm just gonna give you this one.
Yay!
There's just something more entertaining about the idea of kissing booth workers going off to
Let's go.
to fight a dragon turtle and rescue a princess.
Let's sit with the boys. You find Damien brandishing his usual silverware, a hammer and chisel, while Liam looks on in horror.
You can't eat that. Watch me. First of all, that makes that it's made of one seamless piece of obsidian. So it's low calorie. And second of all, it's a lich's phylactery. Phylactery. Part of this balanced breakfast. It's lunch. You're just jealous. No, I'm nervous. Nervous that you're going to eat that, get possessed by a lynch and kill us all. Well, I'm nervous that's not going to happen.
Looks like these two are in an impasse. Maybe you can solve the dispute and score some romantic cred at the same time. This guy's face. He just looks like he's gonna kill me in my sleep. I love it.
Damien isn't the sort who would kill you in your sleep. He'd kill you he'd stab you in the face.
I need to get to know these guys more.
Because where's the fun in stabbing someone if they don't see it coming? You can't see the terror in their eyes.
I like the second option.
Oh yeah, of course. I forgot about the golden rule. Do unto others whatever the hell you want because it's funny. What? No, this is an outrage. I don't even eat food, let alone inedible objects suffused with eldritch magic. Well, there's a first time for everything, Draculusa. Down the hatch!
Damien force feeds the dread artifact to Liam. He's instantly possessed with a dark energy as opposed to his normal morose energy.
I am the Lord of the Night, the Hirsak of Ice, Devourer of Joy. Heh, what a nerd.
Liam has to go to the nurse's office to get the curse removed while you and Damien rob a bank to celebrate.
All right.
Going for the girls.
Alright, I'm trying to comprehend your request. What is there to comprehend? It's really simple, Miranda. Take my cell phone, snap a pic of me, face planting in my food with my eyes closed and tongue out. But wherefore? Right here, Miranda.
You're about to point out that wherefore means why, but luckily Polly elaborates on her own so you don't have to look like a fucking know-it-all.
It's a new meme, Miranda. Like planking or dabbing. It's called food poisoning, and it's dope as fuck. Don't you have cool trends in your kingdom? I suppose we do. Oh, we have a fun trend called Revere Your Rulers. It's where you show nothing but the utmost devotion for the royal family. If you're good at it, you get a lot of likes on social media and also not executed. Do you ever listen to yourself when you speak? I bet you know some pretty cool trends, don't you, Bright Ops?
Heck yeah, you do. Don't you? Let's see. I surely do. It's called Silverware Wear, and it's where you take your most expensive cutlery and dress it in very fancy tiny outfits. Or, yep, it's called dyeing. You know what? I can kind of see which one's going where, but Silverware Wear.
Really? How have I not heard of this trend before? Beautiful silverware and fancy dresses are two of my biggest passions. This trend sounds like it was invented for me.
It may have been by you on the spot, but there's no need to go into that.
What's your favorite meme? Spiked salad forks and velvet evening gowns? Seahorse steak knives and frilly skirts? Teaspoons and tea dresses? This trend is... no words. Yes, the glory of this spectacular combination would leave me speechless as well. Were I not so excited to create more memes with Bright Ups? We'll have a meetup soon. Bring all your most exquisite chopsticks. I shall bring doll clothes in which to dress them.
Yeah, totally. Hanging out with Miranda sounds amazing. guess it's time to go out and try to find some exquisite chopsticks? Alright. Everybody chooses a celebrity. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the players before clicking.
Gabe Newell.
Bill Nye. The science guy. Player order is decided based on how likely it is that the selected celebrity is secretly a vigilante superhero. Start debating now. You know, the thing is, I could see Bill Nye being one. Just...
I mean, same with Gabe. It's just, I think all of his would be, like, tied into VR.
True. Whereas Bill Nye would use the power of science to give himself superpowers. Or blow people up. It's hard to tell.
I guess you're deciding that you're first.
I can hit random.
Yes.
Congratulations, the die is cast and you have been selected.
RNGesus favors me.
Indeed it does.
Let's go.
I guess maybe I should work on being more creative. It's kind of funny, I've like neglected that and money, even though I'm an artist and an accountant. That day while rehearsing for the class play, you aren't especially good nor inspired. For once it seems you aren't getting the classic creativity boost from the auditorium, but afterwards while talking to your classmates, you're having trouble conveying your point in discussion, so you decide to convey it through music. You start singing, and suddenly everyone else joins you on a kick-ass musical number. It's so amazing that the people with whom you are arguing totally get your point and change their minds once the song is over. You gain +2 creativity. Later, you see Liam scrolling through his phone looking like the embodiment of ennui.
Hey, Wuvvums, what are you doing? Stalking classmates for romantic purposes and offering rather absurd advice? Magnificent. I could use some rather absurd advice. I was exchanging messages with a werecaller on this dating site, and all was going well for a time.
Lame.
But I've grown tired of our exchanges. He's a bit clingy, and being clingy is my 7th biggest turnoff. Right between sarcasm illiteracy and actually being a pickle and not a person. The postmodern protocol dictates for me just to ghost him and never talk to him again. But that's horrible, and I would never do that to someone. You see, I'm Liam, handsomely mysterious, yet a true gentleman. But neither do I want the emotional turmoil of telling him how I really feel and having an actual conversation about it. What an ordeal. So I've settled on just sending him a bunch of emojis and then never texting him again. That should do it, right? The thing is, how can I convey this complex array of sentiments through the friendly language of emojis?
This is your time to shine. Show Liam you excel at complex sentiments so he might someday feel like sharing them with you. Croissant, school bus, shooting star, trumpet, and crocodile. The little vampire growing disinterest and overly attached to our koala emojis. I wonder what narrative you based off of croissant, school bus, shooting star, trumpet, and crocodile.
That's a good question. I have no idea.
For just telling a guy off.
But to be fair, you're fun and creative enough you could probably get away with it.
What?
That's so... nuanced. Let's send it right now. He's texting me back. Let's see. Liam, even if it hurts my heart, I understand how you feel. Maybe you're right. Maybe we used to be like a croissant and now we're just a school bus. Maybe we should now do as shooting stars do and look for the trumpets to our crocodile. Farewell, my purple shooting star.
Sounds like Mad Libs.
Perfect. No more overly attached were-koala, and I can still have a clear conscience.
Not bad.
I must admit, your emoji poetry has touched my soul. You're an artist, and the smartphone is your gentle harp. Maybe one day you could show me your feelings through delicate emojis too.
You were basically so nervous that you selected a bunch of emojis at random, but it worked. Sweet, and who knows, maybe Liam is the trumpet to your crocodile. You gain +2 charm and +1 creativity.
All right.
Money! That day you spend some time on the library's PCs, mining some bitcoins. This is supposed to have something to do with solving algorithms and the rise of cryptocurrency. But you guess that nobody actually has any fucking idea how it really works. Anyway, you gain plus 2 bitcoins, which is equal to +$2 million. Which unfortunately is equal to 2 monster dollars, so +2 money. You open your locker and a cloud of gas knocks you out. You come to your senses plummeting towards Earth, rapidly approaching terminal velocity. You fall into the school's backyard, into the hands of Miranda's biggest goons. Your classmates don't notice.
It didn't work. None of them even noticed your glorious fall. People are so used to this spectacle at the school. This slow ascension is tiresome. I need a glorious act, a grand gesture to secure my throne. Can you think of something while I flay my salmon? Whoa there.
Let's see, no more talk. We bring war, or I will build a monument to you, your highness. It will rival the sun and the atrocities your family committed. You know what? War. Screw subtlety.
I think war might appeal to her.
Remember West Side Story? Add guns and fire. Much guns, so fire. None of the students expected a war over prom, because who would? You quickly overcome their pathetic resistance. Miranda stands victorious and raises her flag in front of the school. It's the cutest death's head you've ever seen. Few are left to be impressed by her victory, but those who are definitely scared enough to vote for her.
Father was right. Winning elections is easy.
You gain +3 charm, which is good because you'll probably need that for the UN investigation. And who will you ask to prom, Wuvvums?
I can ask myself to prom.
You can.
It's like the best shot I have is with Liam. And he's not that bad. But I'm cute. And I would ask myself, because I'm cute.
Yay!
So axe none of them. Well, take a guess. Miranda.
Let's go.
You ask no one to prom because you don't need anyone else to make the most out of the night. Sometimes you feel like you have to get a date to be anyone in this wicked world. But that's not true. You're your own person, and that's the most important thing. Love is wonderful, sure, but you have no hurry in finding it. Prom shouldn't be a deadline, but a night to remember. And you do so. You have a wonderful night. Going alone to prom doesn't mean being lonely. You have tons of fun with your classmates. You rock. Nothing is as sexy as being independent and strong on your own, and people notice, or so who knows. Maybe eventually you might date one, or some of them. But today you marry the night.
All right.
Of course I want to go to prom together, my Machiavellian fellow conspirator. I can't help but deeply value such a brilliant and scheming mind. It's smart to keep someone that can be so useful at palace intrigues close at hand. And we royalty are all about convenient and strategic marriage. So why shouldn't I be smart and strategic about prom dates too? Also, you're like super cute.
When prom night comes, you're ready to have the nights of your lives. You're practically... You've practiced your Vietnamese waltz, and Miranda is deeply impressed. Even if the music is mostly electronic, you somehow Vietnamese waltz the fuck out of it, and everyone gathers in a circle to admire your prowess. It's a magical evening. Also, you execute some more plots and assassinations together just in case, which is a fantastic bonding experience.
Bow to your queen.
You and Miranda are selected as prom royalty. And you know it's a bit cheesy to say this, but Miranda's beauty is heightened by the delicacy of her enemy's blood all over her body. It's truly been a magical evening.
Best at being alone.
Yep. And Miranda's quote, "This is a pleasant school, if only a bit over water-ish for my taste." Those 3 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After the Monster Prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning about who we were and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened, and it was wonderful. Liam returned to help the Coven in Season 7, and critics still say it's the best season to date. Miranda used her vast knowledge of serfs to get a job handpicking the best serfs for other people. Unsurprisingly, she ended up leaving her serfs to do the work. Viera kept being fierce, strong, and Viera kept being strong, stunning, fierce, strong, and stunning. Some haters once said adult life would put that mean bitch in her place. But you know what? Vera ended up making adult life her own bitch. For those 3 weeks, the Monster Prom seemed larger than life, and then it was gone, just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were plenty of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. And that's Monster Prom.
Yep.
So how have you enjoyed, trying so hard to win over Liam and then going by yourself?
I wasn't trying to win him over.
Like
He was trying to win me over.
So that's how you're viewing it.
I think Liam's okay. I remember I think I asked Damien out the first time I played. And I feel like Damien's like my favorite of this little crew here. And then the Gorgon is next.
They all have their own little endearing charms to them.
Yeah, they're all like... I actually like them all for different reasons.
And I don't think you've even gotten to the actual secret endings and all the various other people who can romance as well.
Yeah. I'm trying to think for a moment about something. I wonder if I should just, like, after I get back home today, I could probably draw something for this if you wanted. But we could discuss that after the video.
Yeah, sure. That sounds interesting as hell.
Yeah. I don't mind the idea of playing more of this in other games. This was a nice break from, like, streaming art, but as we got partway in, part of me was like, oh, I could stream this as a game on Twitch.
You can. It helps.
Yeah.
I found you can do it alone, but I will admit it does kind of help if you have a bunch of friends playing with you.
Yeah, I did have a friend messaging me while I was playing the game because it just showed on Discord. I don't know if he has the game too or not.
We'll see.
I could get the DLC.
I fully recommend it. The second term is great, and there will be more Monster Prom games in the future because they are working on not just the second one, but kind of several of them. There's at least.
So you have the DLC too?
Yeah, second term. Yes, I do. I I fully recommend it. Though, if you want to play the base game a few times first, just to get a bit more of an idea of it before getting the second term, all power to you. But then again, you do have the option if you get the DLC. You have the option of when you play a game, you can pick for if you're playing the original game, base game, or with the DLC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the DLC is only 6 USD, so that's not much at all.
Indeed. And we are not being endorsed to endorse this game. I would love to be paid for it, but that's not happening. Not anytime soon, anyway.
Nah, I'm not being endorsed either. I don't know why anybody would want my endorsement. I've only started to kind of like rebrand myself as not being centered around crass things, so I would be very bad for advertisers.
At any rate, my name is Bright Ops,
And I'm Wuvvums.
and we'll see you all next time. We look forward to hearing from you.
Bye bye.